Hey there, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Simply Lindsay P here, and I know I'm looking a bit crazy, but my brows are done, my eyes are prepped, and we're just gonna play in a little bit of makeup today. In the comment section in previous videos, you guys have been wanting me to demo this NARS bronzer. A lot of you guys are like, girl, it's not for us, it's not gonna work for us. So today I'm gonna demo this. So today I have primed my first step with this Makeup Forever Step 1 Nourishing Primer. And I went in my T-zone with the Becca Evermatte Primer. And so now I'm just going to take this Laura Mercier Foundation Radiance Primer, and I'm just gonna put it kind of in a C shape right here, so I get a little bit of a glow from within. Ooh. The primer stage be looking a bit crazy, y'all, but it's okay. It is going to come together. I think we're going to do eyes first, and I honestly don't even know why I put this shadow down, this primer down, because I think I'm gonna do something really simple, but we'll see. I'm going to go in with my Morphe Dare to Create palette 39A. I'm sure everyone has seen it before. This is what it looks like. I personally think this will be a makeup artist's best friend because you have your pops of color, your neutrals, all your transition shades in the middle. The name is very fitting. I'm looking at this red color right here, and it really is inspiring me, so I think I might play up on that. But I don't really have any other colors in here that will kind of complement it. So we'll just start with the transition. I think I'm gonna go on with this color right here. It's not applying as smooth as I would like. Showing up a bit patchy. I haven't played with the colors in the middle yet, but I'm not liking this so far. The other colors, the exterior colors, not the ones in the big pan, I have played with those. So I'm gonna just stick to the color I know in that, and which is this color right here. I'm gonna take that as a transition instead because I know it works. Yep, much better. First, I like to tap that color where I want it, and then once it's built up kind of nice, I go ahead and do like back and forth windshield wiper motions and then some buffing motions to really diffuse it and blend it out. Okay, so our transition is done. I'm super late on both of these palettes, but I recently bought the Matte book by the Crayon Case, which is a black-owned brand, correct me if I'm wrong. But I'm gonna pick up some of these colors since we're going in with that fiery red. I really want to have some red or reddish colors in the crease. So what I think I'm gonna do actually is take this orange and continue building that up in the crease. And after going in with this orange to create a little bit more of a transition, I'm gonna take this burnt red here and use that to deepen the crease before I go in with that really bright fiery red from the Morphe palette. So tapped into that orange there. I'm nervous a little bit, y'all, because I heard this Crayon Case was pigmented, but I think it's not that pigmented, but it's showing up. Y'all can see it, right? And by that pigmented, I mean I think it has just enough where you won't be taken aback by your first layer of product, and you could really build it up nicely to how you want it. So I'm just gonna do the same thing over here. Pat that color and then buff it really into the crease. So I'm gonna take this smaller crease Morphe brush here, and God only knows what number this is because this brush is old and beat up. But I'm gonna take that burnt orange shade or burnt red shade that I was telling you guys about, and I'm really going to make sure I focus that right in my lower crease. So once again, I'm just patting to really place that color or that product down. And then once it's kind of built up to where I want it, we're gonna blend and diffuse it out. And when you're working with color, guys, you really want to take your time to blend it out. I know when we're watching YouTube videos, it looks like we're, you know, everything's moving in real time and you feel like you should be able to get it right along with your favorite YouTuber in that time, but it didn't take your YouTuber that you're watching to get it done in that time. So don't feel pressured or don't feel rushed. If you're anything like me, doing your makeup is often a form of therapy, so just really take your time, go back over stuff, which is what I'm doing now, to ensure you get the outcome that you want. Take this shimmery red here. I hope it's shimmery, yeah. With my finger, and I'm just gonna place it right in the center of my eye. Let's hope this is it's not doing much for me, guys. It's pretty, but it's not giving me that wow factor. Even though this isn't that bad, but I am really, as you guys can see, I'm really having to build and build and build up that color. Yeah, in a palette. And I actually, looking at it, probably should have laid this down first, but I'm gonna take Wiggly's, this color here, and just lightly maybe tap on the outer edges of it, because Wiggly's does appear to be a bit darker. I think I'm gonna go with Zam and the Jacquiana palette and pop that in the inner corner. I'm just going to very lightly, I'm not doing a wing or anything, but just really lightly just line my tight line my lashes. Okay, and then I'm gonna go on with these lashes. These are actually my sister-in-law is starting her own lash company, and so these are actually her lashes, and the name of her lashes is called Lash Me Bliss, and I forgot what style these are in, but they're like super dramatic, super wispy, and a little bit out of my element, but I am gonna try them today. This is what the lashes look like, guys. Tell me if you like them, if you think they're dramatic, what do you think about them? Again, I normally don't go for this much drama, but sometimes it's nice to change things up. Anyway, moving on. For foundation today, I'm actually going to take this new foundation. This is the Lancome Teint Idol foundation stick. You guys know this liquid version of this foundation is a cult favorite. So I picked up the stick at the Sephora VIB sale because I was really interested to see if it would perform the same. And I only tried it once. So this will be my second time trying it. And I picked mine up in the shade 510 Suede, I think. Yeah, 510 Suede C. And because this is a stick foundation, I'm going to take my Hourglass foundation brush. So I'm just going to take this and buff in that foundation. But it's hot outside, so I don't really want to continue to super build up the foundation. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take my Fenty 440 concealer and just color correct in some of those places to see if that helps before I go in with any more foundation. Well, I'm satisfied with the coverage, but it's looking a bit cakey, so I'm just gonna take my sponge and just lightly go over it. Okay, for concealer, I need to finish these couple last ones up, so I'm just gonna take my Makeup Revolution Pro concealer, and I have this one in the shade 13. And y'all know I'm picky about my concealers, but I love this concealer. I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. hydrating concealer just because I've had a bit of drier under eyes lately, and I think combining this with my Makeup Revolution concealer is going to give me not only a little bit more of a highlighting effect because of the color, but make sure my under eyes are nice and happy. I mean, I think this is as good as we're gonna get in terms of concealer today. I'm gonna take my Laura Mercier translucent powder in the shade Deep and just quickly and lightly set under my eyes. And I'm going to lightly bake while we work on the cream contour with Laura Mercier translucent, and this is also mixed with Ben Nye banana powder. And you guys, these two together are like a dream combination, and I'm going to have to redo this concoction, but I'm out of Ben Nye banana powder, so. And right in here. Okay, so while that is baking, let's go in with the e.l.f. Camo Hydrating Concealer. And this is in the shade Rich Ebony. And I'm just going to take a couple of dots because like I said, y'all, this stuff is intense. It spreads, honey. Like wildfire. So that's it. That's all you need. A couple little dots. And you see this e.l.f.? You see this e.l.f.? This is what the Fenty cream bronzer should have given us. Okay? I don't know what was going on with that, but y'all, I'm not gonna lie. As soon as the Sephora's in Illinois open, I'm taking mine back. I've tried to make that powder work so many ways, and the makeup artist in me is like, well, keep it. You know, you don't know who it'll work for. And not that it doesn't work for me, but how much were those bronzers? Maybe 30 bucks. And the e.l.f. does the same thing, gives me definition without showing up gray. I mean, it's definitely not like red. It's giving me something, but not just flat out gray. And I'm just gonna take my foundation brush, guys, and merge the colors together. All right, now it's time for the star of the show. Take our NARS bronzer and we're gonna bronze. And you guys are gonna see that she does work and she is beautiful. Y'all see that? Now granted, it is a very subtle bronze, but just that cheek area. You guys see this side of my face with the NARS bronzer and this side without. So even with this darker contour, it's still doing something for me. And I like this bronzer and really enjoy this bronzer, because it's not harsh. Y'all, my camera is blinking, about to die. Let me change the the battery, and I'll be right back. I'm back. So what I was saying about the NARS bronzer is, you see, like, it's a very subtle bronze, but you guys can't tell me you don't see that. And because it's a subtle bronze, I can kind of be as heavy-handed as I want to be with it, and it never looks cakey. Like the Charlotte Tilbury one and this one, I'm not gonna lie, like they're pretty comparable. The only reason that I would recommend the Charlotte Tilbury one over the NARS one, which honestly, like I said in my Charlotte Tilbury review, both of these are probably going to become my everyday bronzers because I just enjoy them that much. But I think the Charlotte Tilbury one, the deeper skin complexion one, will obviously work for more people. But the NARS one, if you're my shade, then she's doing it. She's doing it. So all of y'all who were in my previous videos who wanted to see it, now that you see that I've demoed it, what do you think? And as you can see, I'm just layering and layering and layering, and I'm obsessed. Take some down here. And I've tried it with all of my cream contour products. I've tried it with the Fenty Matchstick. I've tried it with the Fenty Cream Bronzer, which it actually does look really nice. And I'm trying it now with the e.l.f. And yeah, so you guys let your girl know what you think. So this is just bronzed. So let me know if I've convinced you to give it a try. I know I was side-eyeing it, and I know a lot of y'all are like, Lindsay, we gonna need to see it. Now you see it. So let me know if, now that you've seen it, we're willing to give NARS a try. And just for reference, I have mine in the shade Punta Cana, and I do not have the matte kind. It's the kind with the shimmer. There's a regular bronzer and a matte bronzer. I have the regular one because at the time I actually didn't know there was a matte bronzer. If there was a matte bronzer, I would have picked it up. But this one, I like this one. So I'm just carving out my cheekbones, and I'm actually taking the dark Laura Mercier powder to do this. And I'm just gonna go ahead and just set the bottom of my face with it as well. Picked up the new Marena Beaute, well, they're not new, but new to me, the Marena Beaute blushes. Picked it up in Tient, which is actually a town in Haiti. I don't know if this is what it's named after, but there is a town in Haiti very close to where I'm from, and so I honestly picked it up because of the name, but I think the color is super, super gorgeous. And then I also picked up my own peach, and this is what they look like side by side. And I actually think I'm gonna layer these today, but I'll swatch them for you guys because I know you guys love swatches. So that's my own peach, which is really, really pretty. And this one is Tient, which the shipping, these blushes are everything. So I'm gonna go in with Tient first, and I'm gonna take my Sephora 60 brush. It's an angled diffuser brush, and I'm just going to place that blush right here. And then I'm gonna take my own peach, which I don't know if I'm just pronouncing that the Haitian way or if that's actually how it's pronounced, but that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm just gonna focus that right on the apples. Y'all see? And oof, that's a lot, so we're gonna have to buff my own peach with our sponge, but I think it's really pretty. I'm feeling really matte, really powdered, really flat. So I'm gonna take my Caudalie Beauty Elixir and just give myself a good spray. But I'm gonna take my Hourglass Radiant Bronze Ambient Bronze Light Powder. And this is what it looks like. And I'm gonna take my Morphe M501 brush and just give myself a nice highlight. To go back in with the Jackie Aina palette, because as I was blending out those concealers, my inner corner highlight pretty much disappeared. So I'm gonna add that back. So and I'm gonna take this lighter blush and just right up in here. Which I know it's a lot, but the colors, I think that just really nicely married everything together. So boom, that's that. I'm gonna do my little Scott Barnes trick with my lips, and I'm just going to line them roughly with the shade Espresso because I like how it forms my top lip that way. You guys know I have uneven lips, So doing this little trick kind of rounds out my top lip and helps kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Hides. It's another word for hides. Whatever. It helps hide that a little bit. Not that I have a problem with it, but I love my lips, but I like the trick too, so that's what we're gonna do. If I was really bold, we go in with a red lip. And now I'm taking my NARS Spunked liner and just following that same kind of shape. And then I'm going to take one of my favorite nudes. This is the Sephora collection Melting Lip Click. It's like the best of both worlds. Look at that. Now this is a 90s lip, honey, if I've ever seen one. It's a perfect nude. I'm extra, so I'm gonna take my Fenty Gloss Bomb, and this is the regular one, right? Yeah, this is just Fenty Glow, and we're gonna add an added layer. You guys seeing how that yellow is really coming through? That's cool and all, but I kind of want to tone it a bit. So I'm gonna go in with my Charlotte Tilbury powder, my Flawless Finish powder, and I'm just gonna tone under my under eyes, and that's pretty much gonna be it. The mascara is still wet, so I'm gonna try to stay kind of away from there. And another trick too, guys, which with this NARS bronzer I don't really find, but when I contour my nose with other bronzers, if you take this powder and just run over it lightly, it diffuses the line for you. So yeah, can you guys see what I'm talking about on this side? What the Charlotte did versus this side, you see that yellow still coming through. I prefer this look. So the foundation is just a little bit light, so I'm gonna take my Makeup Forever powder. Well, not light, but the color is just a little off, and to get it to kind of be more of the color I'm looking for, I'm going to press that foundation powder in, which I knew. I don't know why I didn't remember that. Okay, and to set everything together, I'm gonna take my setting spray, my Smashbox Photo Finish setting spray. We're just gonna, yeah, so this is pretty much the finished look, my loves. Tell me what you think. Let me know if I have finally made any of you guys a believer in this NARS bronzer. I know we've been talking about it. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, you know the drill. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'd love to welcome you all to the family, and I will see you guys in the next video. And of course, you know I have to give you some smooches, and yeah, see ya.